Aloha Thursday. Welcome to the Hawaii Fishing Gear Show, where we talk about Hawaii fishing, tackle, regulations, any kind of questions. If you guys are watching here live, drop your questions in the comments right now while we're live. There is a panel of experts that are available in the comments that will get to your questions, and also I'll read them here live. We are live right now on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and another one, Instagram. I said them all. You guys know. You know the drill already. Uh, while we wait for the questions to come in right now in the comments, I'm going to tell you about what's new and what's restocked on highfishgear.com. Nothing's new. Nothing new today. I don't know what happened. Nothing new at all. But Tightline braid is restocked. Tightline braid made in the United States of America, USA. USA, made in Texas. We got stocked in all the popular sizes. If you have a Stratic 5K, you would normally lean towards 20-pound tests, but Tightline braid has a smaller diameter than a lot of the standard braids. You can actually spool up that 5K Stratic or 5K Sedona, or maybe a 4K pen with 30-pound test Tightline braid. Tightline braid 30-pound test available in blue, white, and black. I'm going to show you all that real quick. If you have a 4K Stratic, or say for instance, you bought that nice Scimitar combo with the 9-foot rod and the 4K reel, 15-pound test. This one's 15-pound test black. That's back in stock. If you got a smaller reel, like a 3K or a 2500 or something, you want to throw braid on it, we got 10-pound test available in white, black, and blue. There's also some other colors available. And for you guys that are on the boat, we are restocked on the white 300-pound test 600-yard spool of 12 strand. These are all 8 strand single, like the single style, not a hollow core. It's just a regular 8 strand. We're restocked on the 12 strand hollow core, which is the one that everybody can use for the splicing to put in the monofilament into the braid. A lot of you guys that run electric big reels, that's back in stock, available in white and black 300-pound test 600-yard spools. And while I'm talking to you boat guys, if you haven't already signed up for notifications and you haven't already got some of it, we get an order from Jinkai. I want to say almost every week, but it's like every other week we're getting an order from Jinkai. And guess what the best-selling product is? 300-pound test smoke blue monofilament leader. For all you guys getting prepped for the season that's coming, some people say it's already going on, but if the season is coming, you guys want to get all stocked up and all your lures lined up and nice rigged up and stuff, you're going to need that 300-pound test monofilament, and it's in stock right now, available in clear and smoke blue. That's pretty much what got restocked on highfishgear.com. Let's go ahead and check out some of the questions that have been coming in. Nothing on YouTube right now. Got 32 viewers. Come on, guys. Come on. Chip in. Chip in the questions right now while we're live. The reason why is because your questions are what make the show interesting. Was wondering, do land-based guys hate spear fishermen? Well, I don't think so. I think most guys that spearfish, they usually fish on the shore too, from what I understand. And most guys that shoreline cast, they go diving for bait. I don't think there's any hate, man. I don't think there's any more hate. I know that sometimes you get frustrations from people that, like, they out there dunking or whatever, and some divers come by, not really paying attention to the line. But most of the divers, they're very conscious of it. They see people on the shoreline, they don't like interfere. It's not like that. There's not a lot of hate. And as I tell people, cast bait, not hate. All right. Hoggy fish sticks is mean. Hage. Okay, so you guys, hage is a nickname for a triggerfish, also known. Some guys might know it as the humuhumunukunukuapuaha. The triggerfish. The meat is actually pretty good. It's just hard to get to. If you guys want to see a great way to fillet and cut up the fish, our bottom fishing video, Brother Warren, who's gonna probably be on the boat. He'll probably be on the boat Thursday. Next week Thursday, by the way, 1 week from today, we're doing our bottom fishing trip, and there are still seats available. We're doing a giveaway for a trip for two. It's on our Instagram post. You just gotta scroll down a little bit. You should be able to find it. It says giveaway trip for two. Tag a friend in that post. We're gonna give away a trip for two for that boat ride. And if you so happen to have a ticket already booked, we're gonna give you, if you book a trip for yourself or for your friend or whatever, it's $125. It's a great deal, great package deal for 4 hours. 4 hours. If you already have a trip booked and you do the win away, guess what? Next outing, we're gonna give you 3 tickets. 3 tickets for the next outing. But next week Thursday, you can book all the way up until the day before if it's still available. If it sells out, it sells out. If it doesn't sell out, you can book all the way up until the day. Let's go and say any updates on the Tib kits for 550s. We have an order in right now. We're just waiting for it to be delivered. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Sign up for notifications on the Tiburon 550 kits the moment they're in stock. They usually arrive midday. You'll get first crack at whatever frames come in. And if you wait, if you don't respond right away, as soon as I announce the Tiburon kits are in stock on our live, all bets are off. All right? Let's see what other questions we got. Fried hoggy. Anybody done it? I'm sure people have, man. It all basically is just a little flour wash, throw it in the oil. People have done it. All right? And I think we're already caught up on Instagram. Not a whole lot of questions today. Okay, would you prefer the Stratic C5 FL or a Vanford 5K? You know what? Probably, if I had to choose between the two, for some reason, my personal taste, that's the thing. You guys got to always remember, sometimes you're asking opinions, you're going to get personal taste. Vanford CI4, the light, it's like lightweight. It doesn't weigh as much as the Stratic. I've never really liked it. It always felt too light for me. I like a little weight in my reel, like to balance out the stiffer rod that I have. So I'd probably go with the FL. All right, that's just my personal opinion. I think everybody, obviously, the Vanford is the better when it comes to internal components. The Vanford is going to be more current. We're already on the FM for the Stratic, just so you know. And the Vanford 5K is going to be more advanced. It's going to have more bells and whistles, better upgrades, and of course a little bit more expensive. Okay. They work hard. You got to risk the mono coming in at you. I'm not sure what you were talking about. When working lures, do you prefer deep water, shore, or shallow water? I get more excited when I'm fishing deeper water because when I cast out my lure, I can use stuff that will sink down to the bottom and you get to work more of the water column. When you're fishing shallower water, there's not a whole lot of water column. So I get more excited when I'm fishing deeper water, but to be honest, my limited amount of time that I get to go fishing, I usually wind up fishing shallower water closer to home here in Neville Beach. I always get more excited when I get a chance to go cast somewhere where it's deeper. I can rock the top of the surface. I can let things go mid-water column. I can let it go down to the bottom and kind of get that whole water column on every cast, Let's see. Oh, I guess people were responding to the diver question. Equating declining fish numbers from shore because of spear guys. Governor of Guam, I think that's an Australian thing. Whatever drama's going on in Australia with the divers. Here in Hawaii, I think that we're all like anglers. We share the same water. You're gonna get some people that bump, like rub each other the wrong way, but you're gonna get that in every aspect. But here, I haven't seen a lot of clashing between the two. And a lot of times there's a lot of aloha and a lot of sharing. Like, hey, I caught one taco. You like, that kind of stuff. All right. Will you be on that trip? I will be on that trip next week, Thursday. I will be on it. I'll be there getting my fishing in. I've actually haven't been fishing a lot lately. Work has been pretty busy at the shop, so I haven't got a chance to really get out. Do you prefer the Stratic 5000 or the Vanford 5000? Okay, I think I answered that question already. Sounds like a new shirt coming. Spread bait, not. I was actually thinking of making a sticker. The reason why I wanted to do that, cast bait, not hate, is just because there's always been a lot of negativity from shoreline casters, bait casters, shore casters, versus like paddle out people, POFs, paddle out fishermen. Um, there's a lot of animosity, and it's just certain people show no respect towards other people, and a lot of times it's the paddle out guys that they're going out further, they up their chances of crossing lines, they fan out their lines, and it rubs a lot of shortcasters the wrong way. A lot of the shortcasters, they're tournament fishermen, and you run into issues where people are cheating during tournaments. So there's a lot of animosity, and I wanted to put out something as kind of like a calm down, brother, calm down, cast bait, not hate, because some guys get really freaking raging over it. You gotta take one pill or something, bro. Relax. All right. Who's your favorite Izuo delivery driver? Oh, bro, don't ask me that. Somebody gonna get sour. Uh, I cannot say. I'm not gonna say. No, set me up like that. That's messed up. They both. I love them both. I love both the drivers that come to our shop. Both of them. Rex is the younger, cooler one. The other guy, I love his attitude. For some reason, his name is like not hitting Scott. He's on point, and he's an uncle. He's telling me go see a doctor. Like he's looking out. He's got a lot of aloha. They both have their own things, but I love both of our Izuo drivers. Okay. Okay. Ideal size of reel for whipping. Ideal action for a rod for whipping. Okay, Brian. You get. I'll tell you right now. If you're coming into the shop and you say you want to get whipping, I'm gonna set you up with the Shimano Scimitar. It's a 9-foot rod. It's rated up to 1.5 ounces. It comes with a 4K reel, which you can spool with 15-pound tests. I've done this about 3 or 4 times in the last week where somebody came in and they wanted to do a whipping setup, and I set them up with the Scimitar 9-foot combo. Comes with a 4K reel, 9-foot rod, rated up to 1.5 ounces. You can throw a bubble, 15-pound test leader. Get them 15-pound test fluorocarbon. Get them a couple big bubbles, large, tough bubbles. Get them a pack of size 3 stainless steel heavy-duty swivels. A pack of hooks, some grubs. A pack of Scrog sticky flies, Papillo flies, 2 for $10. That is the perfect setup. Now, when you're asking for like what's perfect, like it's all about you. Your own personal mechanics and your own personal preferences, where you're going to go fishing. Certain places you want to bring different rods, this and that. Okay, beginner all around Scimitar combo cherry. It's a great starting point because from that rod you can figure out what it is you really want. Do you want a longer rod? Do you want a shorter rod? Do you want something with a heavier weight? Do you want something with a lower weight? Do you want a bigger reel, smaller reel? It's a great starting point because it's right in the middle with a little more lean towards the heavier stuff. So I think that's a great place to start. All right. And let me check out. Working lures, look for structure, high risk, high reward though. Working lures, look for structure, high risk, high reward. I got you. I'm throwing 8-ounce lead. What pound should I be using? 8-ounce lead, you really got to base it off of your pole. If your rod is rated up to 40-pound test, 8 ounce is going to be fine. I wouldn't throw 8s on 20-pound tests. I could probably throw an 8 on 25 and up, preferably 30 and 40-pound tests. We're talking about main line. When you're getting lead-wise, you base your lead line off of your main line. If you're casting like 30 or 40-pound tests, you probably want to go 15 or 20 on the lead line. Okay. Let's see. Oh, lead line. Okay, so you really base it off your main line. You want your main line, your lead line to be about 2/3 to a half of your main line. You casting 40, 20-pound lead line. You casting 50, 25, 30 main line. You casting 60, 30 to 40 main line. There you go, little formula. About 2/3 to a half. Okay. Let's see. That green 9-foot rod in Kamo Shigo, she has one. Alright, cool. Gotta start somewhere. Exactly. What's your favorite color of braid? I like the blue. Lately, I've been really liking the blue. So would a Vanford be better for whipping or jigging for OEO on the flats, or would it be better for whipping for a Kule? Um, it really depends on the size. If you want to go for a Kule, you're probably going to want to drop it down to something like a 3K because you're going to be using lighter pound test for targeting a Kule. You don't want to go out with like 30-pound test braid. The leaders, you got to drop it down. So smaller size, either one of those reels, Stratic, even if you want to go something like a Sedona for a Kule. A Kule fisherman, they're not really super into their like expensive reels. They're into just smaller reels because you don't need a whole lot of stopping power. You just need something that's going to be nice and steady, give you that nice, precise line lay. You're going to get something with a decent gear ratio and something that holds just the right amount of line. Okay, always using Rapala knot for leader fly connection. What size hooks for 3-inch grubs would you use? Okay, so for 3-inch grubs, we're talking about 3¼ inch Izul Hawaiian angler grubs. I like the HFG bait holder size 4. That's the larger one. It goes 4, then 6, and then 8. It's the smallest. 3¼ size 4 bait holder hooks, which is an open J hook. If you want to go to the BKN, which is the closed circle hook, you're going to snag less reef. You're going to snag less Ogo if you're fishing shallow water. You probably want to go a size 12 or size 14 and just hook the head. BKN size 12, 14. There you go. All right, let's check out which questions we got going on over here. Know anywhere where I can buy large barrel gaff from? Unfortunately, I don't. 220 yards of 50 versus 300-pound test of 40. If you are slide baiting, go with that 50. If you are bait casting, go with the 40. What do you think the best bait is for catching moo? I'm a crab. Hands down. I'm a crab. There you go. If footage is your goal, okay, let's see. Meta ideal pound leader for ultralight setup. Okay, so for ultralight, 2 to 4 pound test monofilament. That is the guide, the standard. If you're not fishing 2 or 4 pound test ultralight, you can't even post in our Ultralight Insanity Facebook group. Shout out to all the members. That's where I learned where the line is drawn with monofilament. 2 or 4 pound test monofilament. And by the way, every time you hook up to a fish that was decent size, 2 pound or 4 pound test, you got to dump that spool. That fish will stretch that line. Don't even try casting it out again. You done for the day. Bring your reel in, re-spool it with that 2 pound test. When you buy one small spool, 2 pound test or 4 pound test, you get choke yardage. You're going to spool that reel a bunch of times with that spool. 2 or 4 pound test. Preferably 2, because if you're fishing with 2 pound test, then you get better bragging rights over all those little ultralight guys. All right? Cool. Nice hat, my favorite one. Right on, Roland. Yeah, I remember you. You've rocking that hat for a long time. Okay, see? I'm a crab. There we go. Let's see what other questions we got. I'm going to try what size hook tree. Okay, there you go. So that's one thing I realized when you fit. I love the the bait holder hooks. I like the bait holder hooks for grubs, mainly because of those barbs on the back. Those barbs will help the grubs stop sliding off. And then you also can hide the hook into the grub where it kind of sticks out a little bit and it kind of hides the grub. But the problem with those hooks when I'm fishing in shallower waters off of Eva Beach, it's an open J hook. And the water's only, seriously, sometimes it's like 1 foot, 2 foot deep. I'll wind up snagging like seaweed. I'll snag reef heads and stuff like that and basically get snagged. When I go over to the circle hooks, I realize I snag less. So there you go. But when you're fishing deeper water, I love those beacons. Not beacons, bait holder hooks, because they're strong. They're nice, strong carbon steel hooks. They hold the grubs, especially for bottom fishing. I love those. You bring in the new Shimano Twin Power FE? No. But Anthony, if you want to special order any of those high-end reels, it's not something we're going to keep actively ready in stock at the shop. But if you ever want to special order something, reach out to us via email. We'll provide you with a quote. You can pull the trigger on it. We'll let you know if they're even in stock. Okay. What's your go-to kala hook? Size 6. Octopus hook Gamakatsu. And that hook size that I got works for kala, It also works for Inunui. Inunui and Kala are usually in the same area, and both of them feed off of. Um, oh wow, I cannot remember the name of the seaweed. I apologize, my brain just shut off right now. What's the name of the seaweed that the Kala eats? I can't remember. Somebody's gonna type it in. But size 6, gamakatsu, octopus, we have them in the stock on the website. We do have them in stock. Limu Kala, thank you very much. Limu Kala is the name of the seaweed that both Inunui, brown chub fish, and Kala, unicorn fish, those are the ones that they bite. See, plenty of answers coming in. Thank you guys, appreciate that. So, 20 minutes is already up, guys. That's what you guys get, 20 minutes. Yeah, so 20 minutes worth of yap about Hawaii fishing, answering your questions. All I ask in return is you just take a quick second out of your life and leave a like on the video that you're watching, please. And that helps us with the algorithm. It's a constant battle against the algorithm of showing the video to more and finding more people. So all I really ask is for a like. Murky water grub, color preferences. Murky water, darker profile. You asked my murky water grub. If I'm going to go to the classics, the Zuo Brothers Hawaiian Angler, I'm going to go with Kukai. I'm going to go with motor oil hologram. Those are darker grubs. If I'm going to go with premium, I'm probably going to go with Campanulor Zabaloni. I really like the, what is it? Not Mother of Pearl. What's the name of the Man-O-War lures? I think it is Mother of Pearl. It's a black grub. It's really beautiful. It's got some very vibrant glitter in it. I like that one too. But yeah, darker color for murky water. I always tell people if I give them 2 grubs, I give them like a clear hologram style, and I give them a dark with inclusions. And I say if you walk to the water and you go out, you can see the reef. You can see it, crystal clear water. Run the light colored one. If you go and you cannot see the bottom, the water's all dirty, run the darker profile one. That's just certain colors will work better than others, but it's a great place to start with a darker grub for dirty water, a clear grub for clean water. Okay, that's pretty much it. You guys have a wonderful one. We'll catch you back here tomorrow. Mahalo for watching, and mahalo for leaving a like, because I know you did, right? You already left a like right now. You already left it.